Welcome to Real Life Topics Podcast, guys.
Hey guys, it's your girl Stephanie and your co-host Carmisha. Tune out the world and tap into Real Life Topics Podcast, where we converse about everything concerning the dynamics of life. Check us out every Thursday live on Facebook at 7 p.m. Central Time.
Life. Any topics you want to speak on. Two divas with the knowledge, survive the struggle, resume strong. Life trials and tribulations, been through it all. Experience much, I took some fall. But got back up, now it's time to ball. In God we trust, His word stand tall. There's power in the words that you speak over your life. Carmisha and Stephanie's here to help you get your life back right. Speak victory and rise above any obstacles cross your path. Tune in and have a blast. This is Real Life Topic Podcast.
DJ Mr. Success.
Welcome to Real Life Topics Podcast, y'all. Trying to get rid of this now. Welcome to Real Life Topics Podcast, guys. Good evening. Happy Thursday. 7-ish turned it to 8-ish. You know what it is. It's Real Life Topics Podcast in the building. I'm Stephanie's guys shouting. That's Carmisha. The Sunflower Soul. What's good? Happy Thursday, guys. Welcome to Real Life Topics Podcast. Of course, Real Life Topics Podcast always going to start the segment off with thanking God. God, you are a miracle worker. Thank you so much for protecting us all this week. And thank you so much for the future weeks of protecting us. You just one of a kind. And if you guys don't know about God, just please learn and just get closer to him, because it will help you out through your daily basis. Our topic for today is about gratitude, trials and tribulations, appreciation for trials and tribulations. Should we appreciate trials and tribulations? Maybe not even the tribulations, but should we appreciate them, should we be appreciative of them? Carmisha, the Sunflower Soul, why do you feel like appreciating life's trials and tribulations is a good thing?
To be honest with you, I just, in my opinion and in my observation, the attitude of gratitude, it just kind of gets you further in life. Especially when you're reflecting, for those of us who are in a growth state, who want to grow, who want better, who want to grow from the blessings and lessons in life. If you have an attitude of gratitude, you just kind of it gives you a way of seeing things, even when times are bad. You have an appreciation for it, because those are the things that have shaped. I don't know about anybody else, but me personally, it have shaped me into who I am today. You know what I mean? God has blessed me with wisdom. He has blessed me to be very resilient, going through the trials and the tribulations. And when I look back and reflect, I just am, sometimes I'm so overwhelmed with joy, just because I see where I came from, you know? So a lot of the times we go through things in life and we look at it we're in a negative state of being. But there's a saying that goes, when you stay positive, even when you're going through your trials and tribulation, it confuses the devil. Because of course his mission is to keep us down, keep us depressed, keep us from not growing, keep us from not understanding, continue to have lack of understanding. So I don't know, once you gain wisdom, you gain peace, and the attitude of gratitude can definitely get you far. Like the saying goes, you can catch more flies with sugar than you can with, I think it's vinegar or whatever bitterness that flies may not like. But it's just a term that even in your state of not doing well mentally or physically or spiritually, sometimes the attitude of gratitude can actually refuel you. It can get you further. A lot of the time we go through things and it looks very bleak. We don't know when it's coming to an end. And sometimes we let that get us into maybe a depressive state of being.
Mm-hmm.
And sometimes it stifles the things that God is trying to do for you, because you're not really grateful. You think that things should just always go as you plan. But when you have that understanding, it's kind of just, it makes things easier,
Mm-hmm.
because
Yeah.
life was never meant to be perfect.
And sometimes those trials and tribulations, I believe, in my opinion, is like the saying, the experience is the best teacher. Sometimes you have to go through some of those things to become better. It's a part of life, and I think it should be. Like you said, life is not perfect. You have to have some tribulations or something, and it makes you stronger, in my opinion. Um, just to appreciate that experience of those tribulations is what I'm talking about. Those trials and tribulations. It's just, I think it's a good thing to have gratitude for them. To know it like you say, it gives you wisdom. Um, I think it's a good thing to appreciate those things, even when sometimes things are not going too good. Um,
You have to give grace where grace is due. We go through things in life, and sometimes we're hard on ourselves and we're hard on other people, but then we don't. You know how, like they say, you forgot where you came from, or you forgot the things that you went through because it's like now that you're not going through them, you looking down on your at your nose on somebody else who is going through those similar things. When actually you can actually take the things that you went through to help uplift the person. You
to
know what
have,
I mean? We all have been the fool. We all have been broken. We all have been through something in life. Well, the majority of us, I can't say we all, but the majority of us, a lot of us, let's just say, have been through things in life that came to break us. But thank God you don't look like what you've been through. And that's where the gratitude attitude comes into play. When I wake up in the morning, sometimes you may wake up on the wrong side of the bed. Sometimes you wake up, you don't even know what the hell wrong. You just know you in a funk. But you have to um, just take the time out and ask God and just help Him to humble you. You know what I mean? So that way, when you do go out into the world, you're not taking those things out on other people. Like I said, gratitude is a positive frequency to vibe in. You know how they say good vibes only? So whether it be peace, happiness, joy, for me, keeping the attitude of gratitude is kind of what helps me to get through those days when I'm not feeling myself, when I'm not feeling people. You know what I mean? When things are not going my way. Because
Mhm.
sometimes stumbling blocks are put in front of you so you can go out and be destructive and make somebody else's day worse. Like Tabitha Brown said, if you ain't having a good day, don't you go out there making nobody else's day worse.
Exactly. Yep.
And
Yep.
like you say, what don't kill you make you stronger. So a lot of the things that we go through are simply just a testament of the strength, or the things that God is trying to show us about ourselves.
Yeah. It definitely
Mhm.
feel like that's a great big part of life, the trials and tribulations. It makes you or it breaks you. Sometimes it breaks people, and I think it's good for making you once you go through those trials and tribulations. But gratitude to this whole thing, one's life. That's all. I just think we should have gratitude for it. So I do agree with that, because when we did come up with the topic, I thought about it and I was like, man, why should we appreciate trials and tribulations, especially if it's the negative trials and tribulations, you
I
know.
mean, because that's the part of the balance of life. Life is not going to be all roses and galloping through so it's like you take the lessons and the blessings that come from those things that you go through. It may have come to break you, but maybe the thing that is breaking you from is for you can be a better person, because we're not always living our lives in ways that we should. So maybe the things that are breaking you are breaking bad habits that you have. You know what I mean? Helping you to see certain things about yourselves, helping you to see things about the people that are around you. I'm grateful. Like me, I just was looking at my journey, and I've had like relationships. Let's just say, whether it be platonic or even just a friendship. Though I may not be talking to those people, I appreciate the times that we had together that were good, because yeah, things were bad, and when they were bad, they were bad, but when they were good, they were good. And in those times I learned a lot of things,
Mm-hmm.
whether it be about myself or other people or the things that I should be doing or shouldn't do. And it's still gratitude for that. I don't hold bitterness in my heart because of people. Like, because it helps you to gain a better understanding of yourself and those around you. You know what I mean? Learning how to meet people where they are. That's something that I learned that's kind of new in life. Not having placing my expectations upon people, and then when things don't go when they don't go the way that I expect them to go, I'm mad. I
Uh-huh.
can't dictate nobody else's pace, so I had to learn. Like, okay, Carmisha, having a big heart, you have to say, okay, I can't dictate people because people got the, oh, you know it all, or this, that, and the third. So I keep my opinion to myself. I learn how to gauge myself in a way that if people ain't asking me, my advice don't give it. If it is something that I feel like I need to say, I'm gonna say what I got to say and I'm gonna leave it alone. But at the end of the day, I did my part. You know what I mean? Like, I don't know.
Yep.
I'm grateful and thankful for the good and the bad. You know, like I said, the male that I had in my life that maybe not worked out, we didn't have a bunch of just bad times. I had good times with those people, and they, like I said, it taught me things about myself. It taught me things about them. It taught me how to deal with people. It just taught me a lot. I'm grateful for every situation that I've ever been in my life because, like I said, I can look back and I can see where I come from, how I've grown, maybe the decisions that I did make, the things that I second guess myself about, maybe insecurities that I may have had. There are so many things that I can take from those negative situations and bring them into a positive light. I had somebody tell me the other day, like, you just too damn positive for me. Are
Mhm.
you ever just like, yeah, I mean, well, when you've been through what I've been through and you still standing to tell the story, you better be positive.
Yes, you better. Yep.
You
Yes,
know
you
what I'm saying? Because what's negative? Negativity didn't get me here. Being positive got me here.
exactly. And and negative is definitely drainful.
Yeah.
So you kind of don't want to be negative. You kind of want to just be positive, even when you're going through. Just think of the positive matter of things because it'll help you go through things that might be negative. Just try to stay positive as possible. You know,
Looking at the glass half full instead of half empty. Being in a situation, understanding, yeah, this may have happened like this, but I went to work today. I left out. Damn, I'm late for work. Whole time you missed the accident that could have ended your life. You know what I mean? So
mhm.
yeah, I was late for work, and yeah, hey, the Rizzo, hey friend,
Right, so I'm
I
saying,
haven't seen you in a long time. Hey friend, but yeah, just going through things in life and just having appreciation for them because it's a part of my testimony. It's a part of my story. You know what I mean? I can look back and say, yeah, girl, I went through this. Or even when it's just, let's just say I have a friend and a friend is talking to me about something and I can empathize and sympathize with them and give them advice because I've been through it and I conquered that
mm,
mountain. You know what I mean? I got to that goal, and it took me to cut off certain things, people, places, and it took me to cut off certain people, places, and things to get here. But like I said, what didn't kill me, it did make me stronger. When I thought I was gonna die, because it's been times I'm pretty sure we all thought like, oh my God, and I don't know what I'm gonna do. You know what I mean? But it's like the light at the end of the tunnel of things that you had to do to get here because sometimes you're pushed into situations to see how you're going to react. Are you gonna stay in the same cycle? Are you gonna grow? And our story is still being it is still being written, right? And so with having that understanding, I would prefer for my story to be one of resilience, one of gratitude, one of grace. You know what I mean? One of all these positive things. And I'm not saying that the negative doesn't happen, but I don't dwell on it because it's not gonna do me any good. You know what I mean? If you focus on negative things, that they can make you sick. Being angry, they cause your the brain aneurysm. You can stroke out. There are so many things that can happen when you are just a negative kind of person. So wouldn't it just benefit you more to be positive, to stay on a more positive frequency, a more positive train of thought? You know what I mean? It's people that come across you in life and they came across you to be mean, but if you give them positivity back, what can they do? Sometimes you can change somebody else's mood by the way you respond and react to them.
right, right. I know. I was challenged with that a couple of days ago myself, and I had to kill it. I was like, oh, hold on. You know, I I'm a little uncomfortable with certain things that kind of being done, and once I noticed that the person wasn't receiving it in a positive way, I was like, oh, just bag it on up and just take it positive because it's all because of of discrepancy or misunderstanding, but the person didn't want to pipe it down. The person began to make the situation worse and start saying hurtful things, and then it made me want to match energy and all that, all over just saying, just when it could have just been diffused off respect. It's no respect. So I just, had to become the bigger person and become happy about it. Actually, I just like, hey, that ain't bringing me down. God bless you. You know,
Yeah, block them and bless them. There are people that come into your life to bring you down because the devil know that one more thing gonna inch over back into this person or back into this thing. So let me bring somebody to put weight on your shoulders to weigh you down. But at the end of the day, it's all about. And the thing is, they mean well, but you peep their energy. You got to.
Yeah,
You
and
do.
I said too. I said, "Oh, this person might mean well, and not understanding that, hey, this is not, a good thing to be doing." And I said, "But you know what? That person might mean well, and hey, I know you might mean." And I said that, I was like, "Hey, I know you might mean well, but this ain't it. This ain't it. This is uncomfortable for me. This is something that I don't want to be a part of. So let's just defute it." And I just was like, "Let me be the bigger person, and let's just defute this," because like I said, I was almost pulled into the bad energy, matching the energy anyway.
Yeah.
So I was like,
Yeah, I
don't.
mean, but like you said, when you do that, it doesn't make you any better and actually puts you in a worse predicament because you had the opportunity to be positive, be the better in the situation, and you chose what they say. You chose violence. Don't
Yeah,
choose violence.
don't.
If you don't have to, because don't get me wrong, you supposed to defend yourself. Might run up on you and knock you. You better,
Right, you better yourself right.
you better be ready. So yes, and you definitely have to exit stage left when you have to. And then sometimes that's just best for the situation anyway, because remember, tensions are high at this time. So maybe if I take a step back and don't respond, it maybe can save the friendship or save the relationship because I didn't respond to you. I gave you time to settle into the things that you did wrong, and I didn't indulge in that, so I saved face. I didn't have to, you know what I mean?
Right.
Versus destroying it worse, tearing it down worse. We put a hole in the wall. Now we took a ball to a wrecking ball to it versus put a little plaster over the hole and making it still so we can still have a sturdy foundation. But
Exactly.
in instances like that, and that's one thing I can't say. Sometimes spirit move you. You speak before you think about it, and sometimes it's necessary at that time. You know what I mean?
It just depends, but I don't like it. I don't like that. I just don't like to be pulled into negativity. It's just a pet peeve of mine. So you have to exit stage left. Yes, you do, Mr. Martin. You just have to exit stage left when it comes to that. Like I said, especially when it becomes disrespectful and hurtful. When you guys, you start got to go there and start becoming hurtful and saying bogus things to one another. It's time to exit. It's time to exit because it ain't cool. It just ain't cool.
But then, like I said, at that point, you're no better than the person that started the shit because you indulged in the energy too. You supposed to rise above the bullshit. You know what I mean? Instead of indulging in it. You know what? You want to be immature and pig-headed and rude and petty and malicious. I'm gonna let you have it because that behavior is beneath me.
Mm-hmm.
I
Mm-hmm.
don't I don't deal I don't deal in caterpillar activity. I'm a butterfly. Come fly with the butterfly.
Right. That's right. And so yeah, like you say, and once you match that negative energy, you become just as bogus as the person that opened the door up for it.
If not worse, because now you're trying, you know what I mean? Like they done pushed your button, so now you're trying to push the button. You know what I mean? It's like worse. It just makes the situation worse.
Good
So like
thing.
I said, before I indulge into the negativity, I would just prefer to let it go because like I said, that can still maybe save face in the situation. If not, it just was meant it's just time to move on because apparently we're not in the same space. You know what I mean? Whatever the case may be. So like I said, even just grateful for those times because sometimes those are the things that save you from greater trials and tribulations. That's why God tells you to take upon his yoke and his burden because they are light. The world is not as forgiving. That's why when a child is defiant to a parent, you mad at your parent for getting upon you, but your parent is forgiving. The world is not going to be. The world gonna chew you up and spit you out. Your
Mm-hmm.
parent will give you another chance. That's
That's
why it will behoove you to listen to the guidance that you have because they're only speaking to you from your best interest. Even if the person is not that much like how you say, oh, you can't tell me nothing because you A B C D E F and G. But I'm telling you that because I did A B C D E F and G.
trying to prevent you from doing that.
Right.
He is for you. They don't know how to. They don't like you say. Your
It's
parents
a
is
concept. It's a lack of maturity. They don't understand the concept.
in this world. Your parents got you. And they don't seem to comprehend that even if I am telling you don't do this or don't do that, it's only because it was a hindrance for myself
Right.
to stop you from making the same mistakes that I made.
Yeah, but you have to explain that to your kids too, because so many parents could do do as I said, not as I do, but because I said so. No, explain to your child, girl. I did. I rocked the shoe too hard to the left, and my that motherfucker broke. And I'm telling you, I'm watching you. I'm watching it crack right now. You keep rocking it.
Yep.
And you're gonna be worse than me because I'm telling you, when you got the gathers and you still, you know what I mean? Because it's a lesson that's gonna be in there, so it's just better. You know what I mean? Like, I don't know. Just be more positive. Just talk to the kid. Like I said, just be great. Give grace when grace is due, because a lot of the time we go through things in life and we don't have an understanding of. A lot of the time they say what people don't understand, they fear. So when you don't have understanding of something, just like the situation we was talking about, you kind of have to give grace when grace is due, because there were moments in time in your life where you may have been misunderstood or somebody gave you grace.
That's
You
right.
wanted that same grace because you wasn't perfect. So try to put yourself in the other person's shoes before you sit up and judge. And even if you don't understand, come to the understanding that, you know what, I don't understand, so I can't rationalize this right now. Let me just take a step back and see what I can do.
Exactly. What could I do in the positive form of fast?
Mhm.
You're not feeling that energy. So what could I do to, be positive about it instead of
Mhm.
just fuck what you talking about? This is how it's gonna be. I don't care nothing about that. Matter of fact, let me give you another solution for it. You just do such, such, such. So yeah, bad energy is real, guys. And
That's why you see me so gung ho and like with my honesty and my truth, because to be honest with you, though people may not say that, that's what they prefer. You prefer, hey friend, look, Pastor Hayes, how
oh,
you doing?
real life topic podcast, Pastor Hayes. What's good?
Stay consistent. Yes, yes, you have to. You have to. But dang, he made me lose my track of thought. I forgot what I was saying.
And shout out to everybody that's tuning in to Real Life Topics Podcast.
Yes. Thank y'all.
Probably
Thank you
gonna
for the support.
hear. Thank you so much. It's Real Life Topics Podcast, guys.
I forgot what I was saying. He made me lose my train of thought. It was
So
profound.
at the energy, and I was saying that energy is just so real. It's just that energy. It just drag you down, baby. That vibe. I didn't used to understand that, but I understand it now. A person could just shatter your whole energy with a presence.
But
Presence
you
is
can.
real too. Like I was like, oh wow, presence.
Yeah, but that's why you gotta stay. Yeah, my bad. Exactly. You can't. What was I saying, friend? What was I saying, Tim? I don't remember. I don't remember what I was saying.
It's your fault. Look, now see, that's another thing we need to fix about us. We always trying to blame somebody when we got something going on. It's your fault, Mr. Hayes. We done forgot our train of thought.
He did. He did. He came and interrupted. I was profoundly, and I haven't seen my friend and talked to him in so long. As a matter of fact, me and Mr. Hayes used to have a lot of these profound conversations. Oh, so long ago. Mr. Hayes and Mr. Martin are my Tennessee family. I met them in Tennessee when I was down there for my 7 years. So shout out to my Tennessee family. I love y'all.
Must turn down my thing. But shout
But
out to me.
we've been having these profound conversations for a long time. But dang, I don't even remember. I just know we was talking about gratitude, attitude. So I mean, it is what it is. Like I said, you can only do your best. I just realized that Aquarius was a fixed sign. That was why we stayed bumping heads.
Oh, okay. They with a fixed sign Aquarius. Okay. Yeah.
I ain't going. I'm not going. Let me tell you, we had a love hate relationship, but it was more love than it was hate.
What's your sign, Lorenzo?
Scorpio.
Oh, okay. Okay. I don't know nothing about no Scorpios other than the grown folk part that they say about them, but
Oh
other
no, they're emotional. I know about myself. My daughter is a Scorpio, so I don't know. I get along. I do well with Scorpio.
my
My
guy.
guy Lorenzo. Yeah, Lorenzo. I said, you see Tim up here. Tim said, hey, Lorenzo. But we used to be cutting up the TLK days. I used to let me give y'all a little background story. I used to work. Boy, is you for real? Oh no. Oh no. We ain't gonna even start that. I don't want to talk about that. I'm talking about TLK. That's another story for another time. She mad at her business. You know where she at, boo. Um, but we used to work at a call center for, it was like a third party vendor for Comcast. So it was a call center. And baby, we used to turn up in that thing. Baby, we was making money, and the time was hard, honey. And we was from various walks of lives, and it was just what up, Tim. But anyway, back to the topic, the subject matter. Just staying in a positive state and understand that the trials and tribulations are the things that LOL exactly. So why you acting like you don't know? Trials and the tribulations are the things that kind of just keep us in balance. Being humble. Let's talk about that. Being humble. A lot of people go through things in life, and as soon as they get up, they get this cockiness about themselves, but then yet you forgot that you had to crawl before you walk too. You know
Mhm.
what I mean? Stop talking about people. You know what I mean? Like, and then you're gonna put it up there. Can't. First of all, my friend is happily married. You know this, sir. Don't do that.
Oh wow. Oh, shout out to you, Mr. Hayes. Get it, boy. Get it. It's real life.
It's real life. We had a time though. I was like the mother hen. But anyway, yeah, yeah, you just have to give grace where grace is due and thank God. Be real with yourself, be real with others, tell the truth. You know what I mean? Wise people sing what exactly. Wise people seek wise counsel, the companions of fools are cause harm. So as long as you stand around people that got some wisdom and that can grant you some grace, baby, the same thing will happen for you.
Exactly.
The same thing will happen. I was talking on the thing. Dang, all the mess came through. Love y'all. Keep progressing in this movement. Let me tell you, we're gonna do our best. We're doing our best. We're doing our best. Let me tell you, we go through so many things in life. That's why we're able to come up with these topics because most of the things that we talk about here on this show or the podcast are the things that we've been through in life, and we just try to. Thank you. But we do our best to just stay positive. I mean, we have our moments, but the reason why we're able to come with these subject matter because this is the stuff that we are actually going through in real life.
Yeah.
You
Yeah.
know, we just kind of try to summarize it up so that we can bring it to you to see what you all's view are about the things that we are going through. We love y'all input. Y'all can always come join and talk with us and chat and
Right.
give us your opinion.
Join Real Life Topics Podcast Lab. I'll send you the link in your inbox right now. You can join. Yes, but
But
yes,
yeah,
just having gratitude for trials and tribulations in one's life. I think that is a great topic and a great thing to do to just appreciate it. Just appreciate life's track because, like I said, it's a part of learning to me. Got to come on as a guest one day. Bring my followers to the podcast.
yes. Come on, Tim. Come with it, Tim.
Yes, Tim. Every third.
Pastor Hayes is down in Kansas City.
Oh, you the city.
Yeah.
Oh,
He a young pastor too. Tim
oh
been pastoring for a long time, honey.
God, Mr. Hayes. That's right. Keep on spreading that message. Keep on waking them up. That's what Real Life Topics is about as well. We just trying to, it's like counseling for us all. All right, Mr.
Also,
Then,
we'll
whatever you go through,
be
be
sure
sure
to
that
go through because
if you
if you
don't
don't
go
go, you repeat the lesson over and over until you get it right. And when your gratitude is
right,
in your attitude, that's change has a wrap. That is true.
that's true. Shout out to Mr. Robinson. Welcome to Real Life Topics Podcast. Hey, Miss Walker.
Okay, y'all chiming in now, right? Okay, come on, y'all. Come on in the room. Come
Hey,
join us. We was a vibe, definitely. Overtime. Them overtime hours, baby. Stop playing with us. Money. We was getting that money up there at TLK. I
right,
love you, friends. See you later, Rizzo. I'm supposed to make my way down there, y'all, sometime this year, but it's okay. I'm getting my life together this year. Next year, I'll be doing a little bit more traveling. But right now, in the process of, I say I'm under construction right now. I got to go back into my cocoon so I can come out a bigger, better butterfly.
That's right. You caterpillar. Them wings gotta come
We
on.
love you real bad too, Tanya.
Oh, Tanya, don't forget we gonna be at the kids shop if you ain't doing nothing Saturday. Slad in Maryville since it's over there by you. At the kids shop. Check out the kids, the entrepreneur kids. Speaking of that, shout out to Miss Melly Mel, Peace Playground, If anybody wants to come and check out the Kid Vendor Shop in Maryville, Indiana, Saturday, August 9th, 11 a.m., come check it out. That is very important for us to start investing in our children and start making our children know about that revenue. They need it.
Yes, honey, to be aware is to be alive. And we need to make our kids aware of all the things. What they say, teach the ones early what we learn late.
That's right. That's right. Because
you have to plant seeds in them kids so that way they'll blossom, like they say, train a child up in the way that they're going to never depart from it. Even when they do lead astray, they'll always go back to factory reset of the things that mom and dad instilled in them. Okay.
Yes, yeah. Even if
a lot of us worry about our children and the things that they do, but if you set them off to a good start, even when they do lead themselves astray, they will always come back. They will always come back. Okay. And even if they don't, you did your part.
That's right. That's right.
Even if they don't, you did your part. But you also have to give them grace because there were times. That's why I say I hate when parents forget that they were children once, and they are so hard on the kids. But it's like, yeah, you're supposed to be hard on them because you love them, but never forget you was a child too. You was a child too. And you wasn't always probably the most pleasant child. Some of us was, some of us wasn't. But if you wasn't, you can't be mad at your child. You know what I mean? You got to give that grace, and you can't, don't give up on your kids.
Don't give up. Don't give up. I was just with my kid yesterday, and he just irked my nerve. And I said, Stephanie, don't you give up now. Don't give up, because you're the only one that he got. At the end of the day, with the lion, tigers, and bears, don't give up on him, baby.
We all we got.
I'm all he got anyway. But his parents, his mom and his dad, when everybody else will turn, like you say, your parents gonna give you chance after chance. You only get one chance out there in them streets, and your parents gonna always have your back. They never gonna give up on you.
And even if the parents don't, because you have some that parents don't have their back, God got you. You are never alone. You may feel lonely, but you are never alone. And I am a firm believer. I am a walking testimony of God's grace. Let me tell you, his grace is sufficient. That's what I was getting into. Picking up the burdens and the yoke of God and putting down the burdens of the world, because like I said, the world is not as forgiving. You know what I mean? So at the end of the day, never feel like you alone. You know what I'm saying? That's where the attitude of gratitude, because gratitude is a high frequency. We want to vibe high. We always want to stay in high frequency. That's where, like I said, peace, happiness, joy, faith, all of these things come into play. And if you can't get it, sometimes you need to be able to talk to somebody that could give you a little energy boost. You may got that one friend that got a good listening ear. Vent to that person, get some good words of encouragement, because you're not out here in the world alone. God, we're not meant to be alone. If that was the case, we'd be out here by ourselves. Okay? The best thing we can do for each other is try to be positive. And if you can't be positive, be honest about it. Hey, I ain't in a good mood today, and I don't want to ruin your vibe, so let me go on over here stage left.
And that's what I'm gonna start using too. When somebody say something to me to trigger me and stuff, instead of me just coming back and matching their energy, I'm gonna say, hey, I ain't in the mood for that today. Just could you please bag it on up, instead of just doing the most, like you say, because you're just as worse as the initiated bad energetic person if you begin to match.
I don't even respond, because what you fail to realize is also too, sometimes people don't give a care about the energy. They like attention, whether it be good or bad. So they'll bait you into an argument just because they seeking some kind of attention, or baby, I don't even respond.
Yeah.
I act like it didn't have you said what? Oh, okay. And hope you hear from me again. If I love you enough, because
I say nothing at all.
Yeah. It's just better that way, like I said, for me, because once you realize the error were your way, then you could come back, and then if not, then we all just gonna move on. But at least I saved grace for myself. I saved faith. I was mature enough to not indulge into the immature situation that she was trying to bait me into.
Yep.
Yep. So,
Miss Walker, each one teach one. That's right. Each
you
one.
have to.
For real.
All those cliches, the children are the future, and I don't want to beat a dead horse, but this music and these video games is rotting these kids' minds, y'all.
Media, we know it. We all know it. I don't know what we're gonna do about it though, because all of us is kind of letting them touch on that stuff and YouTube and stuff. But And it's like it's no way around it. Even if we was to shut it down, they still got to go to school and just interact with this whole negative new generation part. So I guess how can we uh make our kids aware with that, because we kind of let them watch YouTube and play the video game. But I'm trying to figure other than just shutting it down and not letting them do.
I mean, to be honest with you, you have to be on top of your parents, and you have to either monitor your kids or don't allow them to do it. And though they may get mad about it, I mean, it's for their best interest. They'll understand later. How you say it, yeah, they mad about it now, but they'll understand later. It is what it is. You cannot always be your friend's parent, your child's friend. Y'all not always gonna get along. They're gonna look at you like like you the bad guy sometimes. But as long as it's for their best interest, that's the best thing that you can do. You know what I mean? My daughter used to get mad, and we talk about it now. She say, "Mama, thank you," because she would get mad. She would catch an attitude, and when she started acting like that, I would take her phone, because I'd be like, "Yeah, you didn't have too. You overly stimulated. You done had too much of this phone time," and she would have spaz out. I'm talking about, baby. That's how you know it's a problem. Why you acting like this over a phone? I used to tell her that. Why you acting like that? She had to come back. You know what, Mama? I apologize. I didn't even realize. Yeah, you. You need a little time from this. Come on, you gotta just have to parent, like especially in today's society, because the kids are exposed to so much. But there's people out here who do not let their kids watch TV at all.
Yeah.
There's people out here who don't let them kids play games at all. There was this one girl. I used to work for these Asian people. Excuse me. I used to work for these Asian people, and every time you walk in a restaurant, the little girl will be sitting in the corner reading a book. Her mama did not. They did not. No. And though, like, when they got older, they were a little bit more rebellious, but they were still very mature. So even when they did rebel, it wasn't to their own detriment.
Mm-hmm.
So it ain't what you do, it's how you do it. And you gotta talk to your kids and let them know what's going on. Because they were saying on Roblox, it's this thing called 736, and they what you call them, grooming the kids to kill themselves.
Yep. Yeah, Roblox something else, because they like ganged up on Roblox, all the kids. That's they messenger or Instagram. You know how the grown folks on Instagram, Roblox is they connect social media. It's about 30 of them. All of them be hooked up to get Roblox or something else. Roblox, y'all need y'all ass whooped too. I'm tired of buying them damn things, and I'm finna stop
Girl,
buying.
I don't buy them. I don't indulge my son. I already know what it is. He get a Roblox or something like that because somebody gave it to him for his birthday. I do not indulge in that shit. And I make sure your chat should not be on. Who is this? Is this Sheldon or this the boy from next door? Who is this? If it ain't, baby, I'll be on it. I ain't gonna even lie to you, because I really don't even like him being on it. So when he is on it, I need to know you ain't playing no bunch of shoot 'em up, bang bang games all the time. You need to find something else to stimulate your mind. And a lot of the times, men, they're logical beings, so they do good with their hands. All they're trying to do is find something to fiddle with, find something else for them to build a tree house, something. Find YouTube. I just got a book, math. I ordered a book off of Amazon. 50 some activities to do with your kids when they ain't got nothing else to do. You have to supplement, because the world, like I said, is not forgiving. The world wants to take your child math so they can be a part of the societal foolishness. You have to rise above, and you're thinking to be like, okay, well, what can I do? Because, like you said, a lot of the time these kids just want to fit in, but if fitting in, the majority is what's taking them down. To what do it matter if you fit in? I would rather to choose my kids to not stick out like a sore thumb, but also, like they say, you can live in this world and not be of this world. So I'm gonna teach my kids to live in it, but not be of it. Yeah, okay. Everybody else doing this. That's because everybody else doing it don't make it right now.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, you want to fit in, but fitting in ain't. Most of the people that fit in, I mean, most of the people that stick out are the ones that are the trailblazers.
Mm-hmm.
Well, you got the Steve Jobs and the Harry Tull, whatever. You know what I mean? Those the people who were different. Those people did not go with the crowd and do everything like the crowd was doing. There was something in their man said I should be doing this, and they did that. But your kid could never get to that point mentally, because his mind is being taken over by this thing. You don't even have the mental capacity to create, because before I could start creating, this is what it got my mind like it's like a drug.
Mm-hmm.
We had kids used to invent things and do all kinds of stuff back in the day. You don't hear that now as much as you often did. Nobel kids winning Nobel Peace Prizes and all this stuff because they didn't have a TV in front of them. They sat in front of a book or had something with their hand or was outside. And they was being mentally stimulated naturally versus letting the TV be their mental stimulation.
Exactly. And it's up to us as parents, the leaders, the aunties and the uncles for us to just switch that whole switcheroo. That's why I'm dropping. That's actually a part of the reason why I'm kind of dropping the YouTube channel, because the YouTube channel, I want it to be educational and showing things like them feeding the homeless and showing them playing their sports and being productive and doing things other than this internet and this social media TikTok thing. The kid shop, the vendor kid shop, showing them that children that's have their own business or have things that they're selling and not doing that regular 9 to 5, because of course going to school kind of trains you up to work for somebody else instead of working for self. So shout out once again to Miss Melly Please Playground Kid Shop in Maryville, Indiana, August 9th. If anybody got any children, your child needs to be there, needs to check out that kid vendor shop. Look at all those entrepreneur children.
Another thing I want to talk about, and I know that I don't know if I bring this up, and I'm probably gonna continue to bring it up. There is not enough stuff out here for the male use. Like it's a lot of things out here for these girls to get into, but it's like there is a gap when it comes to the male society. You know what I mean? Like if you don't get your kid into a sport or something, and hopefully they get grasp onto somebody that is positive, a lot of these boys are just out here into this world wrong.
Yeah.
They don't. It's so many things for girls to do. You know what I mean? And even if it ain't, women. We're just kind of like that. We'll see a girl to take up under our wing and make sure she good and tell the game. You know what I mean? Like I don't really. It's not like that for the youth. The male is like the men are in competition with each other. I don't know.
It's definitely a drought on male youth, things for male youth, the mentors, just the grown men, period, just coming together and making sure these boys are straight and coming up straight. It's definitely and you know what a great idea. Real life topics isn't are going to be coming up with something for the male youth, because there's a lot of programs out here and half of them ain't even doing what they say they doing.
Yeah.
All these different little programs, and it's like nothing for the children. And you might even say you got it for the children, but you still ain't doing nothing.
Yeah, but it's like only for the young males. It's not nothing for like that age of like maybe 18 to like 25. So you know what I mean? Because you're still growing mentally, and even for the younger ones, you got to think about it, especially in our communities. A lot of these males didn't grow up with the father. It's like it's a generational gap because they were taken away. And it was, it's arrested development. A lot of these men, they grown 50 years old, still trying to be back in the heyday of or been locked up for so long. They are 50 and they still 30 years old mentally. You know what I mean? So it's like, how do you translate that to a young person? You say what?
I say that's a man thing with the mental thing. They might be 50, but they 40 in the head. I'm just saying women's mature faster than men. But
So think about it in that light, and then think about them already being taken away from them.
Yeah.
So it's even worse. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Well, they need it. Like like I said, it's a million and two things I have for these girls to do. A million and two.
Feeding it, yeah, all type of stuff, but it definitely is not a lot of stuff out here for the males. I mean, the regular old basketball and football, but it should just be flooded with male youth programs. And like you said, especially that age group, the teenage group, when you're trying to come from a boy to a man, boys to men programs.
Yes,
Topics Podcast. That's gonna be the name of the youth program. Boys to men.
We got to change that up before you be sued. You can't call them
boys to men.
I was gonna say you can't call them that. You got to call them something else. But I'm just saying, just something of that nature, because I mean, just like I said in my simple observation, these are things that I see, and if you're not in the sport and got a scholarship, they ain't really checking for you. If you're not really already doing well, there's no program out there for you when you are, unless you go to the Audi home first, and it's like you got to go through so much foolishness first before you can be helped versus being preventative. Let's catch these boys early and find out what their family situation is like and what's going on and see what they need, because the one thing that the boys are not being is nurtured like the girls are. Women are more nurturing. So like I said, we'll see a girl You know what I'm saying? And talk to her and pull her to the side of her bed. Like I said, even with me. When I was young, it was plenty of women that came to my rescue and saw me and saw me and told me that they saw me and wanted to help me be seen.
Mhm.
You know what I mean? I don't see that out here nowadays. You know what I mean? I do not see that out here with our males.
Definitely a drought on male youth mentorship for sure.
And I
Male,
don't know if it's because like I'm not gonna I don't know. I don't know if it's because y'all men maybe have more of a selfish nature, so they're not as nurturing as we are. So maybe we are the ones that gotta bring it to their attention, like, hey, we'll help. We just need y'all to come participate. And then that comes with a lot too, because then you gotta find out if they got a record and it comes with so much.
part of trials and tribulations, though. If you do have a record,
Well,
that's
I don't mean it that way. I'm just talking about like people that maybe can't be around kids.
all the pedos.
You
Yeah,
know,
yeah.
you know.
It's the pedo season is pretty high too. You know that they well it used to be like that a lot back in the day because they used to just sweep it under the rug back in the day. But
Yeah,
y'all
but look, they got what the saying go, who gonna be the boys? Who gonna be the boys? Everybody wanna be the girls, who gonna be the boys?
okay?
Like this is the narrative that's being painted. And if that is not true, then we need to paint another narrative that is a more of a positive light for our males. Because the math ain't mathing right now. You know what I mean?
So anybody that want to join Real Life Topics podcast, future male youth male program, come on guys, it is a drought on the mentorship for the young males.
Yeah,
We
we
need
need to be, and they need to be followed into full adulthood, 30 years old. You need to follow them up until they about 30. Or
of
until they can clip the wings from the program and say, okay, I'm ready to be what you need me to be. Like I said, one of my programs, I can't think of the name of it, but I've been wrote a what's it called? I can't think of the name of it when you write down everything, the aspects of your program. But I had already wrote something about it and just basically reprogramming, because that's what it's all about. It's called community. That's what it was called. When we come because coming together and uniting, that's one. That's what the community is. You know what I mean? So from a family perspective though, because that's another thing that we don't have out here, is men and women separate, but there's no family dynamic being taught. So just reprogramming the family, the nuclear family, uh, teaching the male the life skill of the things, simple things like changing the tire, changing oil. You know what I'm saying? Maybe cutting hair, little life skills that you can actually use to make money and actually help your family. Women, you know what I mean? Sewing and whatever. Hygiene, because there's people out here that ain't been taught. I mean, it is what it is.
fact. This is a fact. Yes, yes.
So that
All
was a part of, huh?
all avenues that these young men need to know. Because, like you said, a lot of males don't know how to do some of that, half of that stuff. Change your tire, just the simple things, you know.
Follow directions, can't put it, got the direction, can't put nothing together. And that's y'all skill set. Men know, girl, y'all good with y'all hands. That's the thing y'all know how to do. You know what I mean? I'm just saying here, like I said, it ain't gotta be one sided. Shit, the women can learn, too. So just in case, hey, he needs some help because we got this frivolousness or this what's it called? Overly feminine attitude about things. You don't want to pick up this and do that, but baby, we need to do what it needs to be done for the family. Whatever that may be. You know what I mean? And in today's society, that role should been went out the window. I'm
Mhm.
sorry. We got to do whatever's necessary for us to continue to move forward. The problem is, are you supposed to do this? I supposed to do that? Okay, y'all. Now we supposed to do whatever it takes to get it together. That's
Yeah.
just what it is. Like, what are we doing here? But yeah, we got to come up with something, y'all. Something for the family dynamic. Something for the dynamic of the male. Like I said, even if it start off as a family and then you branch off into, me and whatever the case may be, we need to start. And we need to teach our kids how to court each other. They do not know how to date.
Mm-mm.
These kids think that they can come with coochie and penis,
Mm-hmm.
like some ass, and now no, court each other. Learn how to love each other. Learn how to like each other first. Find out, you know what I mean? Like having a conversation. Girls need to learn how to treat men. The boys need to learn how to treat the girls. We need to learn this. We need to teach them this. That's why all this foolishness is going on. All these STDs, all this raping, all this. You feel me? The baby daddy shit. Like I said, I don't even feel like you should even have children if you're not married, because the whole point of the kids, huh?
That was how it was originally supposed to be.
Yeah, I'm just saying we need to get back to the basics. Yeah, we modern as we need to get back to the basics of what it is to be a family in society today, because if not, it's lost. The whole concept of it is lost. So we can, and like I said, I feel like we are the ones we can teach you that, because we've been through it. We're still here to tell the story. We can show y'all, hey, this ain't it. This is what we should have been doing. You know what I mean? So I don't know, but
we definitely need to come together with that. And like I said, our topic was about gratitude and trials and tribulations. And so we all should just be appreciative of our trials and tribulations, guys. We should all just be appreciative of that. I think experience is the best teacher. And I think that gets us a long way, and being appreciative of our ups and our downs, and just being appreciative of that. So, yes. But yeah, once again, I shout out to Mush Make 'em Laugh. Happy birthday, boo. Enjoy your birthday this evening. One of the best comedians in the city of Chicago. Mush Make 'em Laugh, on your way to the top. She'll be up there on stage with Mike Epps and all the big timers in a minute. But enjoy your birthday, ma'am. And like I said, once again, the Kid Shop. You guys don't want to miss it. And tomorrow at Ultimate Faith Church, it's going to be a kid talent show. It's also going to be adults performing as well, but it's based off a kid talent show. It's in Woodridge, Illinois. If anybody wants to come check out the kids' talent, there's so many different talents. It's a kid DJ. It's all type of stuff going on at Ultimate Faith Church in Woodridge, Illinois, on 83rd and James. So check out the kid talent show. Also, the Joy Fest, Bolingbrook Joy Fest, September 6th. That's the gospel festival, music festival. The headliner is Mr. Smokey Norfolk. And there's going to be so many performances and so many things going on at the Joy Fest in Bolingbrook, Illinois, September 6th. So shout out to that. I guess that's about it on shouting everyone out. Of course, shout out to Real Life Topics Podcast, guys. And I think we gonna go ahead and cut it short for this evening. And I want you guys to join. Whoever wants to join the meetings of the man, please join. I will send you a link ahead of time.
I'm saying that, are y'all scared? Like, what? Why y'all don't never come through? Y'all come through the chit chat, but y'all don't never want to get up here. And you don't have to show your face. You can glitch it out on the screen and just come through and talk, or whatever the case may be. But don't be scared, because I understand, But come on, talk to us.
Talk about
it. Out here. This is the meeting of the minds. You know what I mean? Digest ours with everybody.
Yes, and also if you want that song played, I actually do have a few songs that I'm play on late night, Real Life Late Night. Might not be tonight, but if anybody has any songs that they want played on Real Life Topics Podcast, hit us up as well. Inbox us. Don't forget, if you need that event host or that voiceover or feature vocalist, I know you need them vocals out there. Please hit up Real Life Topics Podcast. Then, and last but not least, we saving the best for last. Mr. Success Media. Shout out to Mr. Success Media.
Woo!
And if you need any of those promo video flyers, a beat, Mr. Success Media got them beats better than them beats that all y'all using out there. Y'all sleep. You better wake up if you sleep on Mr. Success Media. That's all I'm saying. You guys, please tune in every Thursday night at 7 p.m. Central Time for Real Life Topics Podcast. You guys have a great evening, a great weekend, and join the meetings of the minds. Come on now. You don't want to miss it. It's Real Life Topics Podcast. Have a good evening, guys.
All right, love y'all.
ATZ.
You would chime in now. What they say, if you ain't watching Real Life Topics.
You know what I'm gonna start doing, TZ? I'm just gonna automatically send you the link. Okay? But yes, tuning in to Real Life Topics Podcast. Quality Music Management. Shout out to Quality Music Management as well. Have a good evening, guys.
Good
Bye.
evening. Goodbye. Good night.